Hi guys, humanitarian and general nice guy Lee Anderson weighed in on Suella Braverman's tent comments. Now, if you were hoping for criticism of the Home Secretary and a much needed injection of humanity for those who are arguably the most vulnerable in society, then you'd be a tad disappointed. Lee seems to be under the impression that tents breed and reproduce, as he warned that British streets could soon be swamped with them, and of course, he doesn't talk about who created the problem or even how to fix it. Have a listen to this.
We see these tents on the street. Like I said in the tweet, Mark, one tent becomes two, becomes three, becomes four. Before you know it, you've got a whole community of tents, like you see in America and San Francisco, seeing it myself. And these are a magnet for crime, antisocial behaviour, drug dealing, prostitution. We don't want that on our streets in Great Britain. This is the start of shanty towns in our country. Suella's quite right. What we need to do is support these people to get them back in supported accommodation.
It's already a cold night this evening. I was, wrapped up in my mittens and scarf and all the rest of it. You wouldn't want to sleep rough this evening. Who could deprive somebody of a tent tonight?
Well, it's a fair point, but what I'm trying to say is a lot of these people, Mark, and we know this for a fact, is they're not genuinely homeless. There are people in tents, I know this for an absolute fact, that they are begging, they are getting money off people under false pretences, they're pretending to be homeless.
They're pretending to be homeless. There are people who are facing sub-zero temperatures very soon, if not already. And Lee Anderson thinks these people are faking it. They're pretending to be homeless. Sitting out in the wind and rain, struggling, shaking, but they're faking it. It's all a pretense. Now, what solutions does Lee Anderson have? Well, we need to support these people and support them back into accommodation. What does that mean? Support them into accommodation. Do you honestly think that if there was accommodation, safe accommodation available for these people, they wouldn't just take it? Well, if you're like Lee Anderson, you believe that these people are just pretending. You know, Lee Anderson is maybe an expert in pretending because a few years ago he was caught out when he had organized a friend of his to pretend to be a potential voter, and he met with him and told him why he should vote for Lee Anderson. That was a very interesting exchange. So now we have Lee Anderson telling people, no, you believe me when I say that these people are pretending. Once again, why would people be pretending? And this idea that, well, one tent will become two, will become four, will become 16. We need to clamp down on this now, or we'll have shanty towns all over the place. Why are people homeless in the first place? Why are people resorting to living in tents? Why does Lee Anderson not ask that question? What have we done to help people avoid being homeless? Well, we've done pretty much nothing. And what are we going to do to help people? Well, the Home Secretary wants to punish them. So if you're homeless, we're going to punish you. We're going to take away your tent. Or we're going to stop charities from providing you with tents. So Lee Anderson and the Tories would prefer people to live directly on the street, not to be actually in a tent. Is this an attempt to cull part of the population? Really? Is this about just killing off poor people? Is this what they want to do? Because this is what it sounds like. We want to take away protections for homeless people. We want to punish charities that protect them or provide them with some sort of assistance. And we're not going to actually create infrastructure to help homeless people move from the street into safe accommodation. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.